in one of the most unexpected results I've ever seen as a Green Bay Packers fan. Maybe one of the best playoff upsets, not only in Packers history, but in NFL history. Green Bay comes into AT&T Stadium, takes down the Dallas Cowboys 48-32, and even that score doesn't really show how much of a blowout this game was. This was all Packers from the jump. They become the first 7 seed to win and take down the 2 seeds since the NFL expanded the playoffs. I couldn't be happier with my team tonight. And Jordan Love, I mean, obviously he's got to be the main guy you're talking about because he continued to cement himself as an elite quarterback in the NFL as he's been over the past 2 months. He was pinpoint accurate, lights out from the jump. He was ready to earn his first playoff victory, and I loved how ready he really seemed. It's crazy how many things he picked up from Aaron Rodgers, just from the poise in the pocket, the pinpoint accurate throws, the willingness to take risks, calculated risk usually, but he's not afraid to launch it down the field. And at a certain point, it becomes the eye test. You're just watching him, and he looks so confident in himself, in his receivers, and I think that rubs off on all these young guys because you see today a guy like Romeo Doubs who hasn't done much over the past few games. You see Watson and Reed getting kind of locked up by that Dallas secondary, a very good Dallas secondary. Romeo Doubs steps up, and he is able to have a great game, 140 yards. You see Don Wick and Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave stepping up. As young as this Packers offense is, they've all kind of rallied together, and I think Jordan Love has to be credited with a big part of that. I can't believe how good he's gotten so fast. But it's not just Jordan Love, because Aaron Jones was so good in this game, and ever since he's gotten healthy, 4 straight 100-yard games, ending the regular season, coming in this playoff game. Aaron Jones from El Paso, Texas, he always gets up for the Cowboys, and he did it again today. He was a major reason they were able to establish that lead, that commanding first-half lead, because by running the ball so successfully, getting those 3 touchdowns he had, the Packers were able to keep the ball in their own possession, really allow themselves to keep the ball away from the Cowboys offense, and they know how lethal that Cowboys offense is. And I think Dallas was kind of rattled by their inability to even get their offense, their scheme off the ground early in this game, because I think if Dallas has more time, I don't think they collapse the way they do. But instead, because Dallas really didn't get the ball much in that first quarter, I think they were a little rattled. I think they weren't really as maybe prepared or warmed up as they want to be. And then you see this Packers defense that has struggled all season long. All of a sudden, Joe Barry Packers have a bit of a lead, a 2-score lead early in the game. All of a sudden, Joe Barry is willing to be confident and aggressive with his defensive play calling. He's sending more blitzes than usual. He's allowing the corners and the safeties to play a little more physical than normal, and also the players adapt because the players stepped up. The Packers always have a problem with tackling. I feel like almost every defensive player was finishing their plays today. And when it comes to defense, this was the Packers' best game of the whole season. They played an entire regular season. They played bad teams like the Panthers and the Giants and still got lit up. They play this great Dallas team, and the defense plays as well as it has all season long. Just look at the seasons these two teams had. This result makes no sense. Even as good as the Packers' offense has been over the past 2 weeks or 2 months, this result makes no sense. And yet it happened. And I could be more delighted. Dallas has a lot of questions. Might make a video about them as well. But right now, I'm just concerned with my Packers and how amazing they played today. I couldn't be happier.